I mean, I've got like direct fiber London internet, so it should be pretty decent.
Fiber's good for you, okay.
Oh, shut the hell up, man.
Shut
That's such
the
such a dad joke.
Guys, I really...
Fiber's good
Do you
for
know
you,
why?
son.
Because I'm a dad.
Yeah, that's true. You are a dad.
I really... This is the longest wait for a beer we've had in a while as well.
Oh my god, I haven't even got my beer.
I knew you wouldn't have one. Every time, you always forget. We're going to need a new segment at this rate.
Wow.
You're not on call, are you, Simon? I can't.
Yeah, I am.
I can't believe you get on call as well. Jeez.
That's why I'm so late home as well.
Yeah, because I assume... Oh, that sucks.
So
You
these
end up
guys have
doing
to
a
put up with
24-hour
me.
shift, right?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
there you go,
potentially.
YouTube. You can see that I've got my Mario Kart jammers because this is I'm still trying to believe that I'm good at Mario Kart.
You're
So
not good at Mario
we should
Kart.
probably say that actually the Switch games, I'm feeling quite left out because I don't
You
yet
need to
have
get
a
a
Switch.
You need to
Switch.
get a Switch.
Just
I
buy your kids Switches.
am selling it to the family as a Christmas
Yeah,
present, so we might have to wait a bit. But no, I'm feeling quite left out because this is becoming a semi-regular thing for the Patreons now, isn't it?
Well, it was a regular thing. Then we realised that we should probably be practicing for NATS. But
That's
I think
true,
we'll
yeah.
bring it back once NATS is, and we're bringing.
And
our
you're
Switches
all
to NATS
you're all
as well.
taking it to NATS.
Well, I say bringing our Switches.
Well,
I mean, I'm bringing my Switch with me on the tube when I go to NATS.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that's actually going to work because it's going to be slightly okay for me and Shin because we're meeting up and stopping around Dyson's, but I'm trying to work out the point of where we're actually going to have time.
There's a Weatherspoons above the venue.
There's no way I'm going to be at I'm such a fussy boy when it comes to the controls.
We're doing Weatherspoon's breakfast on a Saturday.
Could do, yeah. We could do it both days, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
you say you don't want to play your Switch in.
No, I've got. I've never done it in handheld. No, I've never done it handheld.
It's easy.
Okay,
Me and Shin were playing with one of the Joy-Cons each on the train.
Yeah, to be fair, I can do that. It's just the screen, man. It's too small. I'm a fussy boy.
It is too small. Hurts your eyes.
Size isn't everything, Hamish.
I was having a nightmare. I've literally had a nightmare week. Can I tell you?
Oh no! Yeah, please open up.
It's only Monday as
well. Maybe we should open the beers first because we've waited
Queen
long enough.
Hamish,
hang on,
Hamish.
whoa, hang on.
We've all gone downhill from there.
The Queen.
Hamish.
Got a king now and everything. It's just not the same. We're never gonna have a queen again. We're not seeing another queen in our lifetime.
I want a beer.
So, before we open the beer, Trip.
Oh, before we open the beer.
Do you know how hard it is to explain to my daughter that there probably won't be another queen in her lifetime because even if the boys aren't the eldest, they still get priority. How old-fashioned is
hang
that?
Hang on. No, that's not. It's not actually true. No.
They changed the rules.
Have they changed the rules? Okay.
So if Charlotte had been born before George, Charlotte would have been queen, and then they ruined it by having a boy anyway. So
well, there is not to be too doom and gloom.
Oldest, is he?
Hang on, not to be too doom and gloom.
What are you going to say?
No, not to be too doom and gloom. But if for some reason that one of the boys doesn't make it to be king.
Doesn't want to be king.
Doesn't want to be king, or for whatever reason, then it actually does get passed down to
Charlotte.
To Charlotte.
That's the
Queen's
feel better
rule.
about that.
Yeah, the Queen made a rule to say that you can't just fob off.
You still can't marry a Catholic. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
or maybe they changed at the same time. There was also a rule that you weren't allowed to marry a Catholic.
Oh,
because you couldn't have a Catholic king or queen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right. Let's stop it.
Anyway,
Hamish.
I was about to say my horrible week.
We'll go back into the famous royal podcast, Push the Point.
No, I do not want to talk about the royal podcast anymore. Apart from the fact that it's going to absolutely.
It's a talent within flesh and blood.
Yeah, that's. So I'm drinking the final beer from Dale.
Oh,
okay.
It's
the final countdown.
Which I said to him, it's your last shout out until you get me some more. I got his last bootleg 1974 Pilsner Lager from I don't know where, but yeah,
okay,
it's a good
interesting choice.
What about you, Simon?
Well, as we've just discussed while you were away from the microphone, I am on call again tonight. So I have the
Just come back from
joys
work.
of a
That's what he's
Robinson's
saying.
peach squash. There you go.
Oh,
That is a nice squash. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So doing these, well, they're not 20. They have the potential to be 24-hour shifts, right?
Yeah, so not only am I late back, so we're late starting this episode, I could be called away at any minute.
oh,
There you go.
nice. What about
Joy.
you, the royal wild card of Middle Earth, otherwise known as Legolas, the actor
Oh,
who
yeah.
played
Okay,
Legolas was Orlando Bloom, which
I
you
was
look
wondering
like.
where you were going with that one. I was
We're
Well,
like,
still wondering
Middle
where
the
he's going
ring,
with that one.
the Ring of
England?
Power himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I picked up a beer from
What a bad
the
nickname.
corner shop. It's a Modelo
Oh, I like a
Oh,
Modelo.
Spanish
Yeah.
beer, and it drew my
Mexican, isn't it?
eye.
Art? Is
that
Is
it?
it
looks like someone stood on your beer and just
It's it
squashed
is
it.
Mexican. Apologies, Mexico, and Spain, I guess. But it had a little
Very
foil thing on
historical.
the top, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a go."
It's a good one.
And it does look like someone has stepped on a normal sized bottle and squished it down. So.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
guys, cheers.
Cheers.
God save the king.
Mm,
Why is he
yeah,
laughing when he says that? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. Okay, can I tell you about my horrible week?
Yes.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
And it's
started.
only Monday.
Oh, maybe it was last week then. Well,
Shut you down completely.
I know, ruined. So on my way to get my sons a haircut, I went through a little bit of a midlife crisis, right? Of where I went into.
Okay.
Well, there was a tattoo shop that I used to always go to get my piercings back when I was 17 and stuff. That's where I got stretched ears and tongue piercings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I walked past there and I thought, you know what? I always did want to stretch I did want to stretch my ears a little bit bigger than what they were, but because I've had these for like 16 years. Anyway, so I went in, I got a little bit bold. It's been 16 years since I've last stretched my ears. And yeah, I went, oh, I'll tell you what, I won't get the next size up. I'll get the next size up after that. And then, yeah,
How's that working out for you?
well, let's
Is
just
that why you
say,
got a clothes peg on your ear?
no, that's on my
Oh,
mic.
sorry.
Yeah, I've got a clothes bag to hold it in.
The angle just made it look
Yeah,
like
it did look like that actually. Hang on, let me just. There you go. No, so I tried to put it in and it wouldn't go in. So then the
Classic.
woman gave me the stretcher bit. So it's like you see this little. Anyway, it's a little bike. So I stretched my ear, and then
Now
I
it's
couldn't.
bleeding.
Well, then I couldn't get the earring in. But then I put my old one back in, and now one of my ears is absolutely smashed bits,
Oh.
and it hurts. It really hurts. And all I kept saying to my wife is that I felt like I just went for a bit of a midlife crisis moment of where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this because I want to feel young again and do something, I don't know, different. I don't know why, but
You know what I thought you were going to say when you mentioned a tattoo shop? I thought you were going to come out with a flesh and blood tattoo.
I am actually considering. No, I ain't getting that. But I am getting. I mean, we've got a hat.
Shade.
We've got a hat.
Yeah,
We're fine.
we've got that hat, yeah.
I could put the hat on. I can take that off. That's fine.
Oh, you could get like a
no, I've already got
rune
an idea. Yes,
tattoo,
I actually am. I'm gonna.
That would be really sick.
I'm getting more tattoo work done this month, which is the last time I got that done was like 2 years ago. And at some point, I was really considering getting a rune, which is going to be my second one where I've actually had a tattoo that had meaning to it, because the rest of them have zero meaning.
Okay.
Oh, that would be so sick. A rune chant tattoo, I think, actually would be pretty cool.
But
That would be quite cool.
but it's not going to look exactly the same. It's going to be like the style of it, and I've got to try and tie it in.
Yeah, you got to stylize it a little bit, I think. Otherwise, it will just
be like, oh, look at all these fancy stuff going on, and then there's a fucking rune.
Oh,
Plus, as well, I did say I've lost my wedding ring, so I am going to ask him maybe to get
get a tattooed ring on.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I'm going to tattoo.
You're going to tattoo your ring.
Yeah, I'm going to put Simon on it.
Oh, I like it. What about Trip?
Yeah, I'll put Trip on the other one.
Please don't. Yeah. On the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Simon, I hesitate to ask because you've probably not thought about this, but what are we actually talking about on this episode?
Well, we are currently in the lead up to the UK Nationals.
Again,
we have been very privileged because this year we are not the first weekend of Nationals. So we've already seen 8, I believe it's 8 CC Nationals and 1 Blitz Nationals.
Is it a Blitz? Was that really a Blitz?
Yeah, it was a Blitz.
Vietnam got a Blitz.
A Blitz one.
Really?
Right? So I thought we'd just talk a little about some of the results and the events that we took note of over the weekend. And we did promise our listeners a brief what's hot or what's not update.
Didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. You just made that up. The one thing we did promise the listeners is the giveaway.
Wow.
No, this is just that you're making that up.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
We said Hamish is always ready for a giveaway.
No, I said.
I don't think we promised that.
No, I said
we promised that.
No, we did. We said we're going to give away one of the Eclipse mat, and we're going to do the result tonight, and then we're going to take the
very open-ended promise. I don't think that was.
And if someone if someone who's going to NATS has won it, I'm going to take it with me.
Okay.
So we're doing that tonight, but we could do a what's hot.
Apparently, we're doing that tonight.
We did. If you listen to it,
let's do what's hot, what's not, and we'll give the playmat away.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So let's just plug the Patreon. So guys, you should subscribe on YouTube. This is
so off the rails.
And go and look at our Patreon. Thank you to all our patrons. You're doing great work. We have very exciting projects on the go that we could not do without your Patreon contributions.
That's actually very true.
We couldn't do it with them.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. Getting to that point. Thank you so much. If you like what we do, subscribe on YouTube. Take a look at Patreon. Come and have a chat with us. And hopefully we'll see most of you at NATS.
We are on track for 1,000 subs on YouTube, which is a pretty cool goal to reach for us. So we'd love to get to 1,000 subs.
Hey, you know what I'll be like? Christ, I want to give everything away all the time anyway.
Maybe he's going to give his house away when we get to 1,000 subs. So
he's going to give a piece of skin, an area of skin away for a tattoo designed by the patrons. That's what he's
Whoa, that's risky.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So
maybe
big nationals over the weekend just gone. The only nationals of a similar size to the UK was Australia. So they had a 96 capped event with a mixed format, so 3cc, 6 rounds of draft, and then 3cc before a cut to top 8.
Yeah.
What did we see in the top 8?
A lot of Oldham.
A lot of Oldham and a bit of Icelander. Some Viserai.
Yeah, man, the Viserai.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised, and a lot of people probably watch this and know that. Well, I'm a big fan of Viserai, but yeah, I was surprised in that matter that one got that one did as well as he did.
One made it through.
Well, he did.
But it's draft, isn't it? That's the thing. They say that half of the Swiss is draft. So if you win 3 games and then 6-0 the draft, you've got a pretty decent chance of getting into the top 8 with anyone.
And congratulations then to Nick Butcher.
Well done, mate.
The newly crowned national champion of Australia. Obviously put a huge amount of effort in and backed it up on the weekend, and he won with Oldham.
Yeah, and our old buddy Matty Clark, who we tested. Yeah, we tested with him.
Big time.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that we had a testing.
He got top 4, yeah.
And we've got, hopefully, excitingly, we've got an interview with him coming up. But you may, I don't know, it might not be out. So, but there you go. It might be out. It might not be out. It won't be out. All right, it won't be out. Okay.
Not by Friday.
So Australia was big, and I think we saw a lot of Oldham. I think not in the meta, but a lot of conversion into the top 8. We also saw that in France. So France was a smaller event, but a bit more maybe representative of what we think personally that the UK meta might look like. Quite a spread of heroes. A lot of Bravo though. A lot of Bravo. a reasonable amount of Oldham and a lot of Briar, which I think is
I think that's what we're going to get in the
expected.
I think that's what we're going to get in the UK, though. I'm looking at the stats, and there was 6 Bravos, and I think that is quite high. But actually, I think Bravo is a hero that was originally very, very
Very
popular.
popular, yeah.
A lot of people loved playing Bravo and were almost forced to stop because Prism was just so strong. And I think people will probably take the opportunity to switch back to Bravo, even with Oldham around. Like personally, I think I don't enjoy playing Oldham, and I know some people do, but like I think Bravo is a much more enjoyable Guardian deck to pilot for some people. And I think we'll see Bravos like make their way back into the meta because there's not this super hard counter for Bravo. There's still decks that that it doesn't like to see, but I think it's a much better space for Bravo to operate in at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I still think that the reason Oldham is doing as well as he is because I think he's kind of doing what Bravo wanted to do, right? I think it's kind of wild, really, because I think the Oldham lists have kind of adapted a bit more. Like they're a lot more aggressive than what I remembered back in Tales of Aria. None of the cards really, apart from Macho Grande, maybe Hyperthermia, but they don't seem like major assets to make this deck do. Maybe it is. Who knows?
I
But
think Macho Grande is a really big damage dealer for the deck in terms of
yeah,
closing games out because it lacks the dominate on demand that Bravo can close a game out with any old card, right? Like a random blue, you can give it dominate 6 power. It comes in for 6 dominate. You got no armor left. You're low health. You die.
but
Right?
they had Glacial Footsteps, and they've been
But that requires a fuse.
yeah.
That
So
requires a fuse, yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
that was never a problem back then.
And I
No,
think
no, I
think
think that it's
Oldham's
the
engine of having Crown of Seeds and having Winter's Wail does a huge amount.
But they're
well, you can just
running
cycle for
the
your deck so
sledge.
fast.
They're running
Well,
the
they're running
sledge now.
But they're running the sledge in certain matchups, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not in every matchup, right? Sledge in the mirrors and in the Bravo matchups to just present 6 damage every turn. And it depends on the type of Oldham. Like the
Yeah.
Mucho Grande and the Glacial Footsteps. You're basically, if you can play out all those cards, you're basically there's an amount of damage there that you're always going to deal to the opponent. And then on top of that, you just have to finish them off, right?
Yeah.
Through the pressure of the weapon. And I think that's the power of that Mucho Grande card is just knowing that you can stick that at the bottom of the deck and it's going to come back up. And if you can play it out without
If you can
dying,
pay for it,
you're
you've
going to
done
do
okay.
X amount of damage to the opponent, and there's very little they can do about it unless they run defense reactions, which a lot of heroes don't want to run because we've not really been running defense reactions, even though some of them are actually pretty
good. It's a big
good.
aggro meta, isn't it?
Yeah, like
yeah,
putting the fates back in, and not the fates, sorry, the sinks back in isn't the worst thing in the world. There's still a card cycle, right, which is quite nice for certain decks, but we just kind of gone out the habit of including cards like that. Or I don't see them very often played out in certain matchups. But
so
I always play aggro, so.
Oldham also won in France.
Yes, he did.
Did anyone see the result in Malaysia? Because
Yes.
that was a bit exciting.
Oh God, yeah.
And a very spicy final turn as well.
Oh, I didn't see it. All I know, it was our very first female winner of a major event. I think.
No, Yuki won.
Oh, Yuki as well. Sorry,
but
yeah.
This is the second one. Yeah,
second one. Yeah.
Because I remember us talking about Yuki winning last time. But
that feels like a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
It does
yeah,
feel like a long time ago.
But it's good to have more female. I should say it's just good to have more female.
To have female representation in the game, or
representation.
Maybe we should say non-male representation in the game.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. I think it's been like it's always refreshing and but
with Brute,
the final was super cool and Rhino. We should talk about just Rhino in general first, like taking it home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what to. I don't know how that journey got to where it got to. I was going to watch the game, but then I got a little bit busy. So, and against Bravo as well, just like a Rhino against a Guardian is tough.
I think both Trip and I, in fact, I think all three of us mentioned in our live stream last week that we thought Rhino might be a good shout in the current meta. It does depend. No, it absolutely depends. But I think it's a local choice, right? You got to make a call on what you think your meta will be. There were many nationals with a huge amount of Briar, and maybe that's not where you're going to pick out and play Rhino.
See, I still don't think Briar is a bad shout. You know, like it's kind of wild. It feels like there was. We're jostling with two different metas of this really hyper aggro Phi Viscerai Briar, and now we're moving into this second cycle control of Oldhim, Dromai, and Icelander, and they're all jostling each other for which one is going to do it. And the reason Briar works out is that she's probably still the best aggro hero.
I think so
at the minute. And she can still present the most insane stuff that control heroes struggle to deal with whenever you can line up channel Mount Heroic turns. Crazy.
We now have multiple builds of Briar as well. Obviously, Matt Folks brought along a Belittle Briar to the Pro Tour and ended up winning it.
Yeah.
Which I think does have a higher ceiling, but I think the lines of play are much more complex, and it's harder to get your head around how to optimize each turn with that deck.
Yeah. For sure. I think Briar, I agree with you, Hamish. Briar just has these explosive turns, and they're just you just look at what they're doing to you, and you're just like, well, one moment, there's nothing.
How do you stop that?
Yeah,
it's a bit like Phi when he gets into a rhythm. If you let Phi get out of hand, he can go 5-6 attacks deep, and then you're wondering what happened with Art of War and.
Yeah, I agree with that to an extent. I think there's some cards that heroes can put out that can really make you see, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit easier to just go, well, clearly this is an important one. Do something about that one. You've got to take some damage. Whereas Briar just seems to just have turns to go.
Yeah.
And here's 8, followed by 7, followed by 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phi puts a little bit. Phi kind of allows a little bit of a back and forth in terms of what you choose to block is really important if you're playing the mask.
She can choose to go wide or go tall in the game, like in that moment. Like she can just do 3 attacks, which is attack Rosetta, or just go, here's 2 big ones. You know, it's really flexible about the amount of. Oh, Simon, you so come on! I just said big one. You're giggling. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot to unpack. I think the UK Nationals is. I think you're probably right. I feel that the French one is going to feel more like comfortable. Like you can get your head around what they're doing and go. I think I'd expect to see that here.
I think we tend to align more with the EU countries like France and Germany in terms of a meta than we do with the North American or the APAC countries, right? So I think we will see some very different feels in Canada and the US, and I feel like Australia's surprised us with the amount of Viscerai. With the amount
Australians,
of
New Zealanders they do some different shit over there.
And I think that we will see more similar to the European countries. However, it hasn't all been Oldham. Briar's still won a Nationals.
Yeah.
And Reinhardt won a Nationals, as we were saying. Yeah. So Briar's not got enough points living
as well.
That was a blitz, Vietnam blitz.
I swear Dorinthia. Oh, was that the blitz one? Oh, right, okay. Dromai's 1-1.
Dromai's 1-1. Yeah.
Has Icelander 1-1? If they have, and I apologize, but I don't remember seeing it. But she's, I think before we move to the what's what not bit, she's really, I think, been the most the hero that's actually polarized everything about the meta more than anything. When Prism left,
has she become the new Prism? Is she going to gatekeep the meta?
I don't know if she's gatekeeping the meta. I don't know yet, but
because it took a while for Prism to establish herself, and Prism didn't win a huge amount.
That's true. She does.
I mean, she obviously has now because she's living legended out. But I think initially it took people time to solve how to play Prism. And
Everfest did kind of.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
And people are currently putting practice in on Icelander.
Yeah, she might actually. She may get to a stage where she could be just probably too much.
I think she does more than many heroes reward reps. As with Kano, let's say that in Blitz, if you've got Kano reps and you've got hundreds of Kano reps, you are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Wizard is one of those classes that once you establish a play style and you have the reps on that class, then maybe you're at an advantage.
I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna since we're talking about wizards, I will say that I have seen some funky wizard builds out there in the wild. Not the normal Kano do a ton of arcane, or the Icelander just X or whatever. You know, there's quite a few things, but I've seen Icelander do like pummel decks where they just go, I'm just gonna throw just loads of attacks with pummel.
Yeah.
And then just today, by this awesome dude called Joel Dixon on Talishar, has made this Kano deck that was basically, is it the moon? What's that? Arcane Rising. I've never seen
Moonwish Sunkiss.
A Moonwish Sunkiss deck. And then he just went and back to back. He gained about like 15 health because he then just went, all right, Kano, play Sunkiss, draw, play Sunkiss, draw, play Sunkiss, draw, play Sunkiss. I was like, what the hell is going on? He just let one attack go through and he gained a ton of health.
That's the Talishar has like a challenge that they do.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the current one, is to run
Coax a Commotion.
number of
that's what he did.
Sunkiss and Moonwish, because it was before it was to actually to play with Talishar as your weapon. So this now it's Sunkiss and
okay,
Moonwish.
well, it was really cool. It was really
saying
cool.
That
Joel Dixon, well done. It was a good reaction.
Do you not think Moonwish Sunkiss would work really well in a Runeblade deck with creepers?
It works really well with Briar because you can give Moonwish Go Again really easily. So you can basically build Earth Briar, but you swap out some of the 2-cost deal 6s for Moonwish. And obviously you can then play, like, you can also set up an embodiment of lightning for your following turn if you want, because you play the
Sun. That's right.
It gives you the embodiment if you already played a non-attack. Actually a deck. I played against it at an armory in London, and it did a lot of stuff, and then he died.
Oh, well, yeah, this felt very
did a lot of things, did a lot of healing, and I'm like, okay, I'm just
gonna kill you.
Yeah. It's like a cool, cool combination of interaction. It was cool. So on that note, should we
do a run through? What's hot and what's not?
Yeah,
let's
how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to do should we do only? Well, firstly, let's not do any living legend heroes. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I tell you, why don't we do the jingle?
What a great jingle! now you're gonna have to edit that in. We're actually gonna have to. That's not going to be on the YouTube though, is it?
No. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a YouTube.
You're gonna have to do it live.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
What is hot and what is not?
Have I got to do that? All right, okay. What's hot and what's not? There you go. Right.
There you go. Done.
I've got it.
Cool. Right.
Now we're in the mindset. We're rolling.
We're 30 minutes in, which let's roll.
Let's
start.
Do it, guys. We know that the audience loves this segment. We've been told. Okay. So we'll do it.
Welcome to Wraith. Yeah. Dorinthia. Trip.
Not hot. I do think that Dorinthia is a lot better than she used to be, and Prism not being in the meta is really good. But unfortunately, I don't think they do very well against Oldhim. And I thought they were meant to do very good against Dramai, but I think Dramai players are a bit smarter into it now, and they sort of just wait and then make a lot of dragons all at once, and then like kind of overpower the Dorinthia player in the late game. So I'd say, I think I've already spoken way too long about one hero, so I'm just gonna say no.
Well, I'm just gonna say, Trip, that and this a lot of people may not know this, but there's an awesome guy called Jamie who made the Dramai deck tech. Jamie Faulkner. Go check it out.
Know him well.
But we have this
the bane of judges. That's what they call him.
We have this thing in the UK. Well, our group, which I will say that Jamie has this effect on people where he will present something, and he's very good. He's a very good player, and we actually get into our heads. This is my take. We actually get in our heads that this is really strong and nothing can beat it. And sometimes that's not actually true. When you see Jamie play this stuff, he's very good, but it doesn't mean that's actually going to really happen. I think that Dorinthia into Dromai is actually fine, because I don't think many people do know what to really do with this, unless you're Jamie.
No, this was based on something Fluke was saying, because Fluke plays Dory quite a lot, and Fluke was saying he came up against a really good Dromai that basically had the strategy of to try and work their way through a lot of Dory's good cards, and then build lots and lots of dragons all at once, so that Dory can't just swing into dragons and build up counters all the time. So this wasn't all based on Jay. I do get what you're saying, but I think that you're right. Maybe a lot of Dromai players wouldn't know how to play into it, but I think it's only a matter of time.
Okay, well, I think Dorinthia is not hot either, but that's because we have to be like really one way or the other. So
otherwise, everyone is hot because everyone's like got potential. But I think we have to be quite strict with who gets the hotness.
I don't think. Considering no one's asked me,
I'm going to go. We were going to get to you.
I'm going to go hot.
Why are you going to go hot? So, we've got a lot of heroes.
No,
why?
We're not. Yeah, we're not going to go through every hero.
Well, just give me a small
3 minutes on Dory.
Give me a sentence.
I think there are some very good Dorinthia players in the UK who could surprise people, and I think there are hybrid builds out there that will do better against Guardian than we think.
Okay, speaking of Guardian, Bravo, Trip.
I think I'm going to have to say not hot for Bravo. Okay. I do think Bravo's definitely on a level above Dorinthia, but I think I'm going to be pretty strict with who I'm going to say is a hot hero. I think Bravo is good, but I think it's really tough. I'm going to say not hot, but I think I could be proved wrong on this one in particular.
Quick fire, boys! Quick fire! Let's go.
We've got like half an hour, Simon. We're like halfway through. We got
a giveaway to do yet. Hamish has got to set it all up.
That's actually true. So I'm gonna say hot. I think Bravo's in a good spot. I think he's got a few gameplay tools opened up to him.
Hot.
I just think people should run. I think people should run Oldham.
This is a Guardian's world, and we're all living in it.
Yeah, and the Guardian is Oldham. I just think
come on, we're moving on. Next one.
No. I want to say all I'm saying is I'm basing this on the French Nationals final, which just didn't feel like the Bravo player could get into the game at all. Just completely out controlled by the Oldham player. He can just defend better and pitch better. So that's what
maybe it's just a Guardians can get
into
a skill gap. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to move on.
Let's not go into the mistake. We do this all the time where we say, "Oh, but there's really good Bravo players." There's really good players of every single deck in the game, right?
But there are really good Bravo players.
Have to think about the hero, not just because we know someone good that plays Bravo.
Katsu's not hot.
He's not hot.
I still can't. Yeah, he's not.
He's not hot.
I feel like he should be better than he is. But he's not.
No, but now there's five. He relies on too many cards lining up. Anyway, but
that's what his hero abilities for.
There's too many ice, too much ice.
Reinhard's not hot.
Reinhard's not hot. No, Reinhard. I think Reinhard is Reinhard. There you go. Reinhard is always Reinhard. He's got some pretty good matchups, and he's got some pretty terrible matchups.
Arcane Rising, Azalea.
She's shit, mate.
Anyway, yeah, it's
not hot.
Sorry, Azalea Colt.
Viserai?
Not hot.
Not hot.
Not hot.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think he is. I think the ice is a problem.
Hamish has been doing some testing.
I've been helping some
friends
with testing.
He's not in a good spot right now.
Oh god.
So not in a good spot. Viserai,
I wasn't wrong.
Not in a good spot.
I wasn't wrong. It took
top 4, mate. It's not that bad.
No, he didn't.
Pablo.
No, he was knocked out of top 8.
Oh no, he was top 8. Yeah, okay, you're right then.
And it took the previous Pro Tour champion to get him there.
Just a great player.
Yeah, Pablo is one of the best players in the world.
Not as good as
only he could get him there.
Okay. So Viserai's not hot currently.
No.
Yeah.
Ash.
Not hot.
Hot.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
Dash
think
is
Dash
hot.
is hot.
Dash is hot, man.
I don't know, maybe Dash is
I agree with Trip. I don't think Dash is hot. I think every time we have a meta change, people come back to Dash and say
Dash and Reinhardt always there.
Dash can be a
yeah.
really good hybrid deck. I can fatigue people, or I can go mid range and boost.
I'm not gonna lie. Dash is probably going to be one of the. I think she's hot, but I think if Briar actually goes, I think Dash is going to be one of the strongest heroes.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
All right.
We say this all the time. It's just exactly what I just completely agree with what Simon just said. Like 100%.
I think
every time everyone's like, "Oh, it's Dash is back,
That
boys!
was great.
Dash is back, everyone! Oh, it's great!
But he is back. He's actually showing up in top 8.
He's not.
Yes, she is though.
Mate.
She is though.
Terrible.
That's
No.
number one.
He's not
Okay.
shit, but
Just no.
So
he's not hot.
You just said Dorinthea's hot and didn't get
I
into
did not. I said she's not hot.
who have I missed?
You think I'm shit again?
Did I just say Shin?
No, you didn't. I was messing with you.
Kano.
Kano, mate.
I mean, he is technically hot. Look at
if
him.
people actually put
he's a
Oasis
wizard.
Respite into their decks, then I'm thinking he's screwed. But there's a
He's
very
screwed.
high chance that people won't.
Maybe
won't do that.
Just like everyone comes back to Dash, everyone gets scared of Kano for 3 weeks and then disrespects him when it comes to the big events.
I don't know, actually. I think that people end up putting them in. I think people and ah about it, and then on the night before, they throw the Null Rune in, and they might throw a couple of Respite.
Well, they got it now. They got it now because of Icelander. Like, people actually... Please don't put them in.
I don't.
All right, then.
I'm putting the other one in. What's the face?
What, Arena's Prayer?
Yeah, it's way better in my
All right,
deck.
yeah. Pay one to roll the dice, or just pay one to actually work.
Reds, then, yeah, it's pretty good.
What does it block? For 5 or
5 arcane, but over multiple sources.
There's only one source.
Well, if you're hitting and then
Chop or brown source.
What?
If you're doing arcane damage and then waning moon, it will spread across both.
If you're going to play a card and pitch a card to do it, I'll be happy. That would literally be me living the dream. But anyway, all right, okay.
That's the same as Oasis Respite, right?
Well, if you're going to do that, that's just actually my point about Kano. You've got to put something in. Anyway,
we're not even talking about Kano. We're talking about Icelander.
No, we were talking about Kano. I think
that was Kano. We're saying he's not hot.
No, I think he's hot.
I think Kano will
literally. He's always hot.
There'll be a Kano. But I don't think Kano's hot for that reason. Just because there's one Kano that storms at the field doesn't make Kano hot.
That's
being
hot.
super strict. I've not given a single. Have I given a single hero?
You don't. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't think I have.
Well, we've only got 2 heroes to talk about. So Bolton.
Oh yeah.
Not hot.
Nah, not hot.
Man's not hot.
No, man's not hot. Levia.
I don't think Levia can be hot because even Mansant's playing.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Thinking about.
That's when you know.
The league is dead, boys. That's when you know.
Yeah.
That's entire brand destroyed.
It's gone.
I think you know what, actually, I don't think she's hot. I don't think she's hot, but I think actually maybe there's a world where she could actually.
What is this? Is this
dream world?
Is this what's hot, what's not, or is this there's a world where they can be played?
It's hot or not, Hamish? Come on.
Come on.
Right, Tales of Aria.
Tales of Aria. Talking away in, it's like it's a very simple question.
Oh, you can talk. You can talk.
I state and then give a reasoning. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, probably the most relevant set. Lexi.
Oh no! What happened to Lexi?
What happened to
Lexi?
Ice Lexi should have been pretty.
It's too much. It's too much ice.
No. I guess because Prism was there.
Yeah.
Now Prism's gone, but Oldhim.
But they didn't. She didn't like Guardians.
We've been through some snapshot Death Dealer Lexis. We've been through Ice Lexis. We've been through Lightning Lexis.
She's been nerfed thanks to.
Do we think anything is relevant in Lexi?
I think again you'll see a Lexi player doing okay, but she's not.
Okay.
No, she's not hot. She doesn't like Guardians, and I think Icelander is also a little bit troublesome.
We're not on that set yet.
I'm just saying
talking about Iceland. I'm joking.
Okay, she's hot. I don't think she's hot.
That matchup being really hard for Lexi. Yeah.
Briar.
Hot.
Briar's hot.
Briar's hot.
Yeah, best aggro hero in the game.
Hot.
1 Pro Tour 2. And yeah, I
Gets into
think
top
Briar
eights.
will do well. I think Briar will get LL'd in the next
No,
ban
I
list.
don't. I don't think she will
Wait,
actually.
how many points do they get for a nationals
10 or
win?
20.
Yeah, they
Okay,
dropped right down.
it's not okay. Maybe
Unless
not.
she wins US Nats, which is 100 now.
Yeah, I think she has to win a US Nats, and I think she has to just scrape through a couple. But Oldham is really making that difficult.
Yeah,
I don't see her living
okay.
Legend.
I take that back then, but I think she's on her way out.
Yeah,
And
she will.
Oldham.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Oldham's
hot.
hot.
Oh, he's hot. Clearly hot.
So
He's winning so
he's
much.
hot. Tales of Aria has the best aggro hero and the best control hero.
Yeah, it turns out Tales of Aria was a very cracked set. When you actually see what they're doing,
well, when you add Everfest to it, I think is what you'll find.
did Everfest really smash those guys up to the next level?
No,
Because
really.
I think a lot of the cards are actually in the set. It just took
Yeah.
time and learning, and a lot of erratas.
The best aggro set was Welcome to Wraith because it's got Snatch in it.
And Tales of Aria had ball lightning in it, which was,
they got rid of that one.
They did one. Oh, this is too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two are smashing hot.
And Nimbalism. God, that's in it.
And now we're on to Uprising.
Yeah.
Have we done Uprising?
There's only Starvo, so
yeah, you missed out Everfest, but he's gone.
Sorry, yeah, I was thinking of Everfest. Yeah, Uprising. God, we're burning. This is why I was been trying to pad it out, guys. We're burning through this.
It's taken us 13, 14 minutes so far. Come on.
That's like nothing.
That is nothing.
We've still got a giveaway to do.
Who are we doing first then?
Fi.
Yeah, Fi.
Fi is hot. I love Fi.
I don't think he is hot.
I don't know.
You wait and see, guys. You wait and see.
Oh,
not for me.
I hope.
God, not for me, but for other people.
I hope I'm proved wrong in a way because
I think Fi is a lot better. I think Fi is really good. Fi has right. What am I trying to say? Fi, anyone can pilot Fi. I think it's super easy to pilot, but I think some really good players can take Fi to the next level.
You just told Hamish off for saying about really good players.
Yeah, but now we're talking about the hero I like, so I get to.
And did you just say Filer as well instead of pilot?
I didn't say Filer,
yeah,
but I
did.
wish I had.
Yeah,
I said Filer. I think someone will pilot Fi really well.
Yeah,
Filer.
I am an amazing Filer.
Look, if I was being consistent and not hypocritical, I probably would say that Fi is not hot. But I am being inconsistent and hypocritical, so I'm saying that Fi is hot.
Fine.
I quite hope that I'm wrong. I just think we've seen 3 or 4 big events now since since Stubby's ban, and Fi has not done what he was meant to do.
I think that he isn't hot because I think Briar is filling that role better. Simply, that's the reason. He's not bad. He's really good. He's a very good aggro hero, but there's just Briar's a better one. I think that's simply the reason why he's not being played as much.
That's why Viceroy got not hot, right? I mean,
yeah, that's why Viceroy's a really good deck, a really good hero, but he's just not as good.
I think Briar and Fi are just obviously aggro.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
Briar is better.
But I didn't give him a what's hot or not. I'll say he is. I am going to say he's hot. He is hot. He is hot. Dramai, hot man.
Dramai is also hot.
Yeah,
I think she's hot.
Yeah,
Can we just say all the Uprising heroes are hot?
Yeah.
I think Fi is definitely on a different level to Dramai and Icelander. Like, not quite as high a tier of hotness. But I think that Dramai and Icelander are clearly doing super well, and I think they will. And there's so much more like potential with Dramai. Is like people still working it out, trying to work out what to do. There's so many cards you could potentially run in that deck, I guess.
And I think we're going to see big changes with those in Dynasty as well.
A lot of people saying that, but right now, as it currently stands, I think she's. I've got the I've got the Jamie effect. I think she is the Jamie effect is kicking in, where he tells me something and I am like, oh, maybe you're right. But
Dramai's maybe
one of the best control heroes in the game, I think.
Well, and people are running it aggro, right? Like they're also running it really aggressive.
Yeah,
it's a mid range deck.
No, it's a tempo control deck. You should listen to what Fino Black says. Control episode.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you sit
Stop
down,
throwing our own interviews back in our face, Hamish.
Well,
you
maybe you
don't
should
know
listen
what
to
they're going to
them.
be doing to you, which is one of the main issues. Like, one of the main advantages of this game is if you can put a deck down on the table and the opponent doesn't know if you're being control or aggro, and that's it's the same issue with Oldhim at the moment. You don't know if they're going to run this more aggressive Oldhim or this defense reaction Oldhim, and that's really tricky because you need to do very different things based on what they're doing to you.
I think that's Dromai is doing kind of really illusionist stuff. I think she's clearly fitting the role of what her class is meant to do, because Prism felt very much similar in that way of firing heralds at you, which can be just this pure aggression, and then putting Spectres down on the board, which is creating this, tempo control sort of thing. And I think Dromai is doing that as her main.
But I'm not sure that's
heralds that are Spectres.
I'm not sure playing Dromai as if you were playing Prism is the right way to play Dromai.
No. It's a different way, but I think it's got this same feel to what I don't know. But she's way more tanky.
Hot or not?
Definitely hot.
Hot as hell.
Hot. Okay. Icelander.
Well, she's cool.
She's ice cold.
Ice cold.
Also
baby.
hot.
All right, Outcast.
She's what? Is that the podcast? What you meant, the American podcast?
No,
they all just have a go at each other.
The band.
Love your break, Jason. Dang. Do you not listen to their stuff? All they do is literally just like tear into each other. They just
special friends.
No, like 3 episodes back to back. They had a word and they argued about a word for ages. You should listen to it. I think one of them was consistency, and then it was variance. They kept saying that word and it just like rained out of my head. But yeah, Outcast, really cool. Icelander, really good. Polarizing, the new polarizing hero in my opinion.
I think she's hot.
Yeah, she's very hot.
She is hot. I'm looking forward to the end of national seasons to have a little bit of a better understanding of how good she actually is, and I think
that's fair.
There's potential for her to be. I think if she can like super crack that Oldhim matchup, because I think we have been seeing.
I think she is
lose to Oldhim, and I'd love to see that completely worked out, because I think then we've got a really interesting set of checks and balances in the
I personally think it is cracked. I think that
I'm just waiting to see it.
Trip wants evidence, man.
I like evidence. Is that so crazy?
Okay.
I love it. As someone,
there is. If you checked out, there is if you checked out the Australian Nationals where Matt Clark versus Nick Butcher on in Swiss, you see a masterclass of how Oldhim just gets slammed by Frost Hexes.
Yeah, totally. I can see. I understand the premise. I'm just interested to see how it works in practice. If the Oldhim step it up a gear, whether they can work their way through their deck fast enough to kill you before you can.
I think they are, from what I'm seeing. I think a lot of their changes are actually. This is the thing. This is actually the point I'm trying to make with Icelander, is that people actually had to adapt their deck to fit her.
Yeah,
she's like what people had to do with Prism. You can't walk onto the tournament scene without some 6 power attacks, because if you just go, I guess I can't do anything about erudition, you kind of feel like you just lose on the spot. Like
maybe.
I think
we all did.
I like that the Oldhims are going like. I don't like aggressive Oldhim because I like playing Fi. But I do like the fact that Oldhim is going in that direction, because it does make for more like dynamic games and more back and forth, and I like that in Fab. And as much as I respect the defense reaction style of Oldhim, and I do think that's actually a much harder deck to pilot than people give it credit, because it requires setting up second cycle. But
maybe Icelander was deliberate. Maybe Icelander was deliberate for that. Because they went, Oldhim is too much to this fatigue crowd. We need someone that just needs to just go.
Almost like they planned it, right? Yeah.
Maybe that is it.
So our consensus picks are Oldhim, Briar, Dromai, and Icelander.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Oldham's like our tier 1. The rest of those are tier 2.
And then you'd have maybe Fi and Bravo tier 3.
I think Oldham is the deck that people have in the back of their mind thinking, what is my plan?
Fair enough.
I think Oldham's the control hero to beat. Briar is the aggro hero. And everyone else is, and Icelander and Dromai are fitting into those slots that can beat both of them. But
there's a lot of these decks that used to have essentially not a free win, but like a very easy matchup into Prism, and now Prism is gone. Their route to the top 8 is not as simple
is impeded. Yeah,
because you can almost rely on one Prism. Like even at Pro Tour 2, when I was playing, like two of my I had more than 2 wins, but 2 of my big wins were against Prisms, and that just gave you a couple of wins because I knew I could always beat Prism, and it was like you either beat Prism or you lost it, obviously. But like, you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I get what I do get what you mean. I think actually that is what has knocked Viscerai down a peg. To be fair,
Hamish, while you're sorting this out, can you get the giveaway?
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that people enjoyed that. Was our pre-Nats what's hot, what's not. I think we're going to learn a lot, and I think we're going to see a pretty similar meta going into World Championships as well, Simon. Do you not think? Because I'm not sure if we're going to get another banned hero before World Championships.
No, I agree. I think it's the same format. And I put this out on our group today. It would be absolutely mental if LSS decided to allow early access to Dynasty for World Championship competitors. Like that would refresh the meta, but I don't understand how they would do that, and I don't think it's likely. So we have for all intents and purposes, the same format going into Worlds, except we're doing some blitz with it as well. So really, it's just going to be a case of who cracks what hero before then. Like, we've not had a huge amount of time between PT2 and Nats, and then we've got a month and a half until Worlds.
We've also going to have a bit of a downtime of Dynasty being out, and then not really being any major. Like, there'll be a few major events, but not a lot of them.
Not crazy amounts.
The biggest event for us is this Battle Harden that's taking place in January, and I'm not that seems popular, but I think a lot of people, people got to take time off, especially after the holidays. I could see that being well attended. So I'm interested to what impact Dynasty will have if we then have another booster set come out, or another supplementary set. It will be actually before we get back into the major cycle of events again.
They might announce some ProQuests.
That's true. Could be Pro Tour 1 qualification season with Dynasty and no new sets. So that's a possibility.
That's true.
Shall we move over to the wheel?
Yes, we shall.
Wheel of Fortune.
While Hamish set up a wheel. So this is for the Eclipse map.
Have we got all the names, Simon?
Probably tell.
I am just double checking now.
Yeah, before we move over to the wheel, Simon's going to give me all.
I once travelled all the way to Brighton to try and win an old Eclipse mat, and I was successful. I lent it to Simon for Pro Tour 1 and had some success with it.
Yeah, we have all the names as of
updated from July, yeah?
Yeah.
So whenever we get stuff to give away, we try to prioritize the patrons where we can these days, because it just makes it easier to manage the giveaways, and it also rewards the people who are financially supporting the podcast. So if you'd like to be involved in future giveaways, we always do random ones because Hamish gets overexcited and does.
He does.
I do.
The best chance of getting stuff is to become a
Well, we've got everyone's surname, and then there's Chris. So here we go. Right.
Come on, Chris. Can we see the wheel, Hamish?
No, you can't. You can't see the wheel.
We are not allowed to see the wheel.
Or let's pretend. Can you let us know when it's getting close so we can go? Ooh.
Well, you fire it off now, Trip.
Oh, I just started. Ooh.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it is Daniel Nyberg.
Hey, thought it was going to be me for a second.
Well done,
congratulations!
I am extremely jealous because that is a fantastic playmat.
It's one of the best playmats they've done. That art is just amazing.
Well done.
It's very berserk.
Please get in touch with us on the Patreon Discord and give me your details on that. Yes. We'll get that, Matt, sent over to you.
Woohoo! Well done.
Wonderful.
Well done. Well done.
So, gents, I'd like to congratulate you on keeping to time tonight, because that is a very tight podcast, and I think we've covered everything that we set out to cover at the beginning of the evening.
Yeah.
Have we revealed what we're going to be doing at NATS in terms of push the point?
Crying.
No, the other thing.
Oh,
This
playing
thing.
the game.
No,
Oh,
this
we
thing.
got some dice.
We found some dice, people.
Found some dice.
We found some dice.
Behind under Simon's sofa cushions, we found some more dice.
Chip, you should check behind your.
I've definitely got some. I've
your
got
washing
one
machine.
Washing machine.
Yeah, check behind your washing machine.
Here. Look,
Oh,
there's one right on my desk that I keep next to my laptop. So I'll bring this and give it away.
So I
I'm
have
just gonna look
20.
for as many as I can and give some.
I
away.
have 20 dice. I'll split them so that we've all got 7 each. So obviously Trip's going to add his own, and then he'll have 6 plus the one he just pointed out, and Hamish and I will have 7. And if you play or beat or however lucky we're feeling on the day, you may get a dice.
Honestly, it depends how nice you are to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You've just got to be super nice.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to
if
lie.
we like you,
to not give you a dice.
I'm not going to
If we
lie.
like
If you
you,
show
you
up with
might
a
get a dice.
beer,
Yeah.
the beer
You
is
win.
not-
So if we're
beer's an auto
salty, we also reserve the right not to give you a dice.
Yeah, if you're cool, if we're cool playing, I'll give you one. But if we're going to be like judge calling me every 2 seconds, pitching.
Yeah, Jamie.
So Jamie, you're not getting any
Jamie,
dice.
you ain't getting one.
The first rule about Dice Club is we don't talk about Dice Club.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
never ask for a dice.
Oh no, that's literally the best way to get one. If you actually ask for one, I will nearly always give you one.
The second rule of Dice Club is remember to subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Spotify, and check us out on the Patreon. That is the second rule.
Yeah, and thanks everyone. Do that.
Yeah, do that.
Thanks for listening to Push the Point, episode 34. I don't know what number
34,
it is.
crikey. Well,
we're gonna go and prepare for Nats some more.
I'm going to bed.
On the sofa. Actually, yeah, I probably will go to bed as well. Quite late.
How did you? I mean, that was a good guest trip. It is episode 34.
Yeah, well, I do the thumbnails, so have a good idea of what the number is.
Yeah, so if you've got this far and you're on your way to Nats, good luck.
Oh yeah, people are probably traveling right now.
Yeah, well, not anymore, but they're probably Nats has been and done by the time they've listened to this. Like,
if you've listened to it and we've already had Nats, then I hope you did well. Not so well that you beat me, but I hope you did well.
If you're listening, to this
congratulations to the winner.
If you're listening to this while going to see the Queen laying in rest, please let us know in the comments below. I'd love to know if you're doing that right now. So
okay. All right. All right, I'll catch you later, boys.
Should we end it?
Yeah, let's go.
Bye.
Bye.